Hello, everyone. Welcome to a nasally podcast. I have either head cold or allergies or something going on. So I'm going to sound like this the whole show. So enjoy that in your ears or visibly watching it, either way. Brian's here. I'm here. We got a lot to talk about today.
Producers here.
Josh is here as well. Yes, we're not going to be stuck on the wide shot all day.
Yeah.
Like last week while he was off filming a day game at the Wolfpack. He is back. But we have a lot to cover today. A lot going on.
Yeah.
We had the final Equilibrium TV show this past week.
Yep.
We had the hotel show for CliffsCon this past weekend. We'll talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, we have the Wrestling Challenge because it's War Games weekend.
Things are heating up.
And it's Thanksgiving as well in there as well.
Yes.
War Games.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Yeah, I would do that, but my voice would not like it.
No, I don't blame you.
So I'll be drinking tea and taking cough drops all during the show today.
It probably would sound cool, though, with that voice.
It would. You'd be like, War Games. I could do just voiceovers while I have this. And
there
then
you go. So we're doing our predictions today.
Yes,
In a world
trapped with a nasal decongestant.
So right off the bat, let's just talk about Cliff's show this past Sunday.
Yes.
It was absolutely phenomenal. I think a lot of people showed up, a lot of kids. I think all the vendors seemed very happy.
Yeah.
I know our friend Matt C. Ryan
C stands for comics or Cobra Clutch, depending on what you're involved
sold a lot of Brenda comics.
We did. We sold a lot of Brenda comics. We sold a lot.
I'll tell you something. Every person who came to my table had a Brenda comic in their hand.
That's what we like.
And I said that would get me talking to them.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you were at Matt Ryan's? Yes. And I think...
And he's doing caricatures as well, so
yes,
that also...
That helps.
Yeah. It helps it gets the people in the door, so to speak.
Yes.
And then he hits them with a caricature. Then I'm like, hey, if you like your caricature, instead of giving us a tip, maybe buy a book.
Right.
So...
Good job.
Gimmick it up here, man.
My God, it was from 10 to 3, but wow.
It was nonstop till about 2.
I could not leave my table to get Scott a Pepsi.
You know how I could tell it was busy is that I went to have lunch at the hotel restaurant around 1. Usually it's dead in there, non-existent, nobody, so it's nice.
Yeah.
This year, I went in there and I had to wait for a table.
It was packed, huh?
Because it was that busy.
Yeah.
But not like wait for a table, but find a table. That was not that was near a TV.
You know what helps? I think that last Good Friday show we did this year.
Yes. Which there's a rumor there's another one coming. So
there is. Yeah, we talked about that last week, but that's the rumblings. There was a lot of new people who'd never been to a show.
Yes.
That might have come.
A lot of folks from Andrew's show.
We gave out a lot of flyers.
A lot of people.
My buddy Alex, not Alex from D&D, a different Alex.
Yes.
He'd always come to my table and buy all my Deadpool things.
Yeah.
And this past time I said, hey, we have a show next Sunday.
Yeah.
And he goes, it's my birthday. I'm like, well, then you got to go.
Yeah.
And he ended up showing up.
Yeah, he did a caricature at Matt's and then
he's
going to talk to Matt about doing a more in-depth commission possibly. So
nice.
Of Deadpool, of course.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of people, you're right. A lot of people, I think just handing out flyers, just getting people through that door.
Yeah.
I think it, every show, it benefits everybody.
Yeah.
I think this is a good thing. I think there's a lot of a great synergy between all 3 shows.
Yeah.
So the next one.
And they're different enough where they're not the same, so you're not seeing the same stuff, which helps.
Yeah, Andrew Show, CliffsCon, and Scott Show all have different people.
Yeah, they might have the same vendors, but you're going to have differences here and there.
Yeah. So the next one's not the first one of the year is going to be February, which I'm going to promote now because Mark hates it.
I do.
I'm
I hate
kidding,
it with a passion, 1,000 Suns.
Anyway,
I told Scott, be ready. We're going to start hearing about your show next week.
Yeah.
So.
But technically, we have one more show of the year.
We do have CliffsCon at the
Plainville.
Original spot, Plainville, the VFW.
Right. Which
The 29th?
It's the last weekend of the year.
This is the last Sunday of, whatever the last Sunday of December is.
Yeah. I might just go there just to shop.
It's a good time. It's fun.
You know,
It's more laid back, which is nice.
I've never been to that show.
You should check it out. It's a good one. I like it.
Yeah, I gotta check it out.
That's what I like going to. It's more.
Is there a lot of people go to that one?
It gets a decent turnout, yeah.
You know, maybe I have to text. I'm sure it's already filled vendor wise.
Yeah, those are tougher to get into. But you can
Yeah.
text Cliff and find out.
Yeah. But maybe I'll just go.
Yeah.
Just to go check it out.
Yeah. It's only $1 to get in.
Yeah.
Why not?
So that's the next
Might not be $1 to get in. I don't remember.
That's the next one. That's the last one of the year. But this past
Yes.
one was the last big one of the year.
Yes, it was.
We went out with a bang.
We did. Next thing will be February, like you said.
Yeah, February is next big one.
American Legion. Scott's show will be back east of the river.
And then Andrews, and then
Andrews, and then Cliff will be doing another one.
Cliff will be doing
all
Good
over
Friday
again.
all
It'll
over
just
again.
Keep going and going and going. Never ends.
And I love it.
Then Matt took me to this fresh market in Avon on the way back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've never been to it, but it's like Fresh Acres. We have those in Mass.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a big, wide, like fake, like independent market,
Okay.
I call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's like, oh, hey, get yourself something. I'm like, all right. He's like, get some nuts. I'm like, okay. So I bought myself a bag of, bought me a bag of nuts. I was like, thanks. Cool.
Sounds a little weird.
It was weird. It was very strange.
Was he? He's like, and now repeat after me. You will not talk about.
Not
what
talk
just
about these
happened.
nuts.
Don't talk about these nuts.
Then he got mad at me because I got too many nuts. I'm like, well, you didn't say like what the deal was here. I don't know how this works.
I'm surprised with that because Matt's usually like, we have to go to Krispy Kreme and have to get a box of donuts, and he actually went to like a farmer's market grocery store.
To buy nuts.
Well, it's like a generic Whole Foods. So, excuse me.
So Mark,
Yes,
you did watch The Penguin.
I did.
We're gonna hold off. I'm gonna watch it this weekend. We're gonna talk about it next week. We'll give it the old Geekonomics review
Yes.
without giving anything away. Keeping it short. What were your thoughts?
I liked it. It was good. It was interesting to see them dive into a character, a secondary character. It was, I think, the first new DC show since the takeover, or the switch over to James Gunn and that group.
Yeah, Saffron.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
know they got
this is-
Peacemaker and all that, but that's like a different.
Peacemaker.
Well, yeah,
Peacemaker
Peacemaker would
season?
technically
Yeah.
be Peacemaker would technically be part of the
Yeah,
Hold on.
first DCU.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. So there's a great round table with Peter Safran and James Gunn on IGN because the new cartoon's coming out like next week. Was it Creature Features? No, what is it? Why can't I think of the name? The Monster Squad.
okay. I don't know.
It's a DC.
Creature Features sounds right.
Josh, look it up. What's HBO Max? There's an animated. Anyway, they had a nice round table. No, Josh has got it. He's our producer.
I know. I just realized I have my phone in my pocket and the volume's up.
So, Peacemaker is going to be canon in the new DCU. But they're
Creature
doing
Commandos?
yes, that's it. They're doing Peacemaker season 2. The guy from IGN asked them, "What are you going to do about that ending?" Because in the ending, you have the silhouettes, and you had people show up from the
Yeah.
Justice League.
Yeah,
James Gunn, all he said was, "We are going to tackle that in season 2."
yeah,
It will be so. There is a thought process that could be retconned.
yeah.
But also, I love his.
I guess replace it with the new people.
Yeah, but I love his attitude because he's just like, because they were talking about canon, and he goes, "Well, you know, this isn't real. I mean, anything's canon. You want it to be." He's like, "I don't care." He's
Yeah,
like,
whatever.
he's like, "I understand that people want things to be canon, and we're gonna do that. But you know, just have fun
I
with
saw
it."
that, Brian. It was someone asked him about the connections, and he's like, "It's a multiverse. You know, you have your comics as one thing, but the
Oh no, I'm
movies would
talking
be-
about something completely different. I'm talking about the Peacemaker ending.
Oh, I know, but like, there's people even like going into, oh well, how are you connecting this to the comics? And he's like, I'm not.
Yeah, why would he?
It's the DC extended
Marvel's not
universe.
connected to the
yeah.
comics.
Well,
MCU's
then,
not
I think
connected
that's
to the
what people are upset about.
You know what? I think
Yeah.
about it this way. I'm 45 years old. I give two flying Fs about canon. I've given up on canon. I just enjoy what I enjoy.
Well, I mean,
That's all I care
It makes
about.
sense unless the only part that makes sense of it is storytelling wise. Does it make sense storytelling wise? Like if you're going to tell us something and then just not ever mention it again,
Well, MCU's done that
then what's the
multiple
point?
times.
I'm saying, but like that's like the thing that I get annoyed with. It's
but-
like if you're not going to do something, then do something. Don't just.
Well, first of all, DC haven't started this new universe. All I'm saying is he's retconning the ending of Peacemaker season 2.
Which makes sense because everyone got fired.
Yes, but also he was just making a joke saying like, don't take it too seriously.
Yeah.
We're doing different things. It will still be a universe that will connect.
Yeah,
But he's
yeah.
saying don't get so caught up in canon. Like, and to me, it's just like my brain hurts. After a while, I'm like, I don't care. If it's good,
Yeah.
it's good. If it's
Yeah.
good writing, it's good writing. If it's good characters, it's good characters.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm kind of over if it's connected and it works well, that makes it better.
Yeah.
But it doesn't all have to be. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Or there nor there.
Or there or there. Anyway,
Brian, his direct quote is, no, it's just because it's funny because it's everything's going to be totally different. See, he's basically saying his James Gunn multiverse or
there's no multiverse.
whatever you want to call it, his version of the
Gunniverse.
DC universe, the Gunniverse, doesn't have to directly connect to everything else that's going on.
Well, yeah.
But that's why I think people were anticipating it being like Marvel, where like there's going to be Easter eggs or
I mean, I
some
think it's very
connection,
hard
but-
to really
yeah.
have this conversation when there's literally been nothing.
Oh, I know,
to
but like I
watch.
guess people are like, oh well, how are you connecting it to the Penguin? He's like, I'm not. It's
See those people who
Yeah.
badger him about that? Just
Oh,
go
I know,
away.
but it's just
this
like
is why
it's-
Twitter.
Well, the Matt
Just-
Reeves universe
just
is
away.
different than the Gunn
Right.
universe.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
what I mean. It's like there's people are like, oh,
Like,
how are
that's
you
gonna involve
connecting these
Batman,
two? And
but-
it's like it's not. Mine
That's an
is different.
Elseworld.
Yeah.
Elseworld.
Well, they're also not like gonna connect. Who's he wants it? Batman
The Batman is an
Pattinson.
Elseworld. Yeah, it's
Pattinson.
an Elseworld.
isn't going to be connected to like the DC universe,
No.
so to speak.
No,
Like
He's-
that was never said that wasn't going to happen.
no. He's literally said that's
Wouldn't it
an
make sense
Elseworld.
because it's not the same kind of storytelling.
No. Anyway,
That's the nice thing about Penguin. It was very grounded, very, and the changes they did make to the characters, like backstory and different parts of his story, and the other ancillary characters involved in it. At first, they're kind of like, "Whoa, that's an interesting, idea."
Yeah.
But they all somewhat work out.
Yeah.
Some of them don't. Some of them do.
All right. Well, put a pin in this. We'll talk
Yeah.
about it next week. I'm super excited. I keep telling Allison, I'm like, this weekend we're gonna watch it.
Yeah, Rocky be happy.
I know. So next week we'll have a full.
Get off our case.
Hey, I like to
I
hear
was
when
happy I
there's
got Claire off my case. She was hounding me.
I
Said
like
something
when
about it.
I hear there's a good show. Like, if
I know,
some-
but it's like I'll get to it when I get to it.
I just don't have the time. Oh wow, sound like me. Jeez.
I don't wait 3 years to get to it though.
I've been pretty good, haven't I?
We've gotten better.
I've gotten better.
We've gotten better.
Okay. I watched one show, two. I want to bring this up.
Okay.
It's on NBC. It's that St. Dennis
Uh-huh.
kind of Scrubs ripoff show.
Yes.
Have you seen the commercials for this?
How do you not see the commercials for it?
I don't watch live television, so I do not see the commercials.
Is
for
that
But
the
even
one
on
with
like
David
YouTube,
Allen
they're
Greer?
everywhere.
I haven't seen them.
Brian, is David Allen Greer in that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
The
Alice,
girl from Reno 911.
yeah, the Goldberg's mom.
Yeah.
She was in Goldberg's.
Yeah.
So, and then it has a great actress from Fargo, Solverson. She's in this as well. Also, the new guy is from Jury Duty, that Jury Duty show.
Yes.
He was one of the fake
Jurors. Yes.
I watched the first two episodes. I was just like, oh my God. It was like,
A low rent Scrubs.
well, it's from the showrunners. One guy is the guy who did Supermarket, Superstore.
Yeah.
And the other guy is from The Office.
Yes.
And when you watch it, you're like, my God, they are literally just rehashing a lot of jokes from Scrubs.
Yeah.
Which right away I was like, Turk did that.
Yeah.
JD did that.
Yeah.
We've seen that before.
Yeah.
Then it's got the documentary feel, like
Yes.
The Office.
Yes.
Yeah, after 2 episodes, I was like, well, that was interesting. Not going to go back to that.
Yeah.
I
It
had
seemed
to
like
check it
I said
out.
this
I had
to
to check
Claire
it
when
out.
like the trailers were like incessantly being played during sporting events.
Yeah.
It's like Scrubs without heart.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
It is
Or the amount of intelligence that Scrubs had.
It's not as clever.
Yes.
They're
Forced clever.
It's almost like they're just reusing a lot of stuff you've seen before, and
they're forcing it.
Yeah, it didn't feel.
Yeah.
I would say David Alan Grier's character is probably the best one out of the whole show. But after watching 2 episodes, I'm like, it's not for me.
Yeah.
But
That's surprising.
yeah, I had to check it out.
Yeah.
Allison did say she ended up watching one when she was working, and she was like, she goes, "It's very cornballish, very corny." Yeah. Anyway, that's the only thing I really have watched.
Did you see the new show coming out with Dennis Leary? It's
No.
called
What?
Going Dutch. It's basically
Oh yes, I did hear about this.
it's it looks like it's going to be a military version of Parks and Rec.
Wait, Dennis Leary?
Yes.
Yeah, Dennis
Yes.
Leary. And
Yes.
What's this
his
gonna be on?
what's his face from Community's in it? The guy Abed?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is this gonna?
Yes.
What network is it gonna?
Fox.
Fox. Yeah.
Be? Interesting.
Yeah.
Remember
I was
how?
gonna check that one out.
Remember how Rescue Me? I love Rescue Me.
Rescue Me was a great show. Didn't get enough respect, but it was a great show.
It was. It was very popular.
Rescue Me came out too early.
What do you mean?
Like if Rescue Me came out now, it'd be huge. It'd be like The Bear.
Yeah, but Rescue Me was pretty big when it was out.
Yeah, but I mean, it was critically like accepted.
It was
but
sort
wasn't, like,
sort of hidden
audience-y accepted.
because it was on FX.
Yeah.
I think I agree with Mark. If it came out like after Scrubs or in that
Yeah, if
same,
it came out like 5 years later than it did, it would be a
would be
bigger show.
blown
We'd hear
up.
about it more.
Yeah.
People would talk about it more than they do now.
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying.
I remember when that show came out, though, it gained popularity. Because by the end,
because FX was very new at that point.
Well,
it was like
yeah.
one of the first shows on FX.
we were watching it. Well, FX came out in the late '90s, and
But that was like their first like I think one of their first things into their own shows.
well, a scripted show,
Yeah.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember we knew other people who were into
It was like that show and the what's his face there, the guy that got canceled. His show,
Dane Cook,
no, Louis
C.K.
Louis C.K.
Yeah,
Yeah, his
Louis.
show,
I love Louis.
Baskets. It was like that era.
Yeah.
Like Baskets came after it, but it was like in that time frame.
Well, no, because Rescue Me ended when we were still doing.
No,
the
I'm not
radio
thinking of
show.
Baskets. I'm thinking of Wilfred. Remember Wilfred?
Yeah.
Elijah Wood?
Rescue Me started in 2004.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wilfred was the one with Elijah Wood and
Yeah.
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 Wilfred's amazing.
Yeah.
And the original.
Yeah, the
was
European one. Yeah.
well, from Australia.
Australia,
was
yeah.
really good. I watched them both.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know where we're going with that. We're off topic. Mark, anything else from you before we jump into Survivor Series?
No. I mean, we had Raw last night,
Raw.
or some stuff got added.
Yeah, we'll talk about
Some
that as
stuff
we go
got,
through this.
I also didn't include, in case anything gets added at SmackDown on Friday. I don't think anything's going to,
No.
but just in case, we'll have those added.
We can
After
text
the
each
fact.
other if something
Yeah.
gets added.
I'm just saying to the audience members out there.
Yeah. Now,
That will be a thing.
Friday show was spectacular.
Yes, it's
because
already been recorded too, so who
we
knows?
had the return of Paul Heyman.
Yes.
And he brought out CM Punk to join the squad,
Yes.
the Avengers.
Yes.
Over the moon.
Yeah.
Then last night.
And they also had lost Jade off the women's team.
Oh yeah, Jade is out, but now Bianca Belair, isn't she now joining?
She was already on the team.
Yeah, but then why was on Monday Night Raw they had Jade versus
No, Bianca versus
Bianca
Nia.
and then Bailey came out.
Bailey came out to help because they're going to add Bailey to the team on Friday.
Oh, they're adding Bailey.
That's one of the things that's already been taped and people know about.
Okay, so Bailey's being added
Bailey's going to be the 5th member of that team.
because because I'm not be able to watch the full show, I'm missing context sometimes.
Yes.
And I was just like, wait a minute, why is Bailey coming out here?
Yeah.
Why are they giving each other the smirk? Is something happening?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now I'm up to.
Yeah, because they did the thing earlier in the night where it was Bianca, Naomi, Io, and they were like talking about who to add as their fifth member.
Oh, see,
and Naomi and Kyrie and Io said Kyrie Zane. And they're like, that's a lot of damage control on one team. We don't really want to, like, we're not a fan of damage control. We like you, but we don't get too intense here.
Yeah.
And then Naomi said, well, there's always Bailey. And both Io and Bianca were like, ooh, that's like, Bianca has her issues with Bailey, and Io had her issues with Bailey.
Oh, it all adds up.
So there's that thing.
I miss
and then,
yeah.
And then
that match happened, and then they showed respect.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, I was like, this is a SmackDown match? Why is it on my Raw?
Well,
Those are
yeah,
all
because it's a
but I
yeah,
understand.
because they're gonna do the men's one on Friday,
And
which
then-
already happened, and we know who
Don't tell me.
has advantage already.
Monday Night Raw introduced the new.
That's what I was supposed to say.
Is a
Intercontinental Women's Belt.
yes.
Yes.
Which
And then-
I have to laugh a little bit at, just for the fact that we now are going back to an intercontinental title that's on a white belt.
Well, that's a Cody thing.
Yeah.
Cody brought that back. That's the original.
The
design of
original,
it.
the original
Yeah, it was a white
intercontinental
belt.
belt was white.
With Pat Patterson.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of feel like it's great that we're gonna have 2 new belts on the women's division on both.
Oh no, I'm agreeing with that, but it's just
It'll also like give
Because
them something to do.
Right. I kind of feel like the men have all these belts to go back and forth, and the women have like one.
One,
Well,
and they like
and
no
then-
one could challenge it because
Right.
it's Nia, so it's like
and
no one's
then
gonna.
you also don't have a true show women's tag title because you don't have enough women's tags.
Yeah.
So you lose
So you
that
split it
aspect
up
too.
between the three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is kind of nice.
This will now give, like, Raw will have theirs,
Right.
SmackDown will have theirs.
Yes.
And that's where they'll, like, battle it out. Like,
Yeah.
the lower tier, not top level women can go after this belt.
So, with all that being said, shall we jump into this?
Sure.
I think we should jump into this.
The intro will play now.
It's now time for the Geekonomics Wrestling Challenge.
All right. So, of course, my voice sounded different in the intro because I recorded it months ago and just keep using it over and over.
There
and over
you
again.
go. I love it.
Because I'm lazy. Work smarter, not harder. Geekonomics Survivor Series War Games Wrestling Challenge picks. Starting off with the United States Championship champion LA Knight up against the Shinobi Assassin, Shinsuke Nakamura.
He is finally back. The last time I seen this guy wrestle was up against Seth Rollins when
Yes.
Seth Rollins had his back problem
Yes.
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll start with you, Brian. What do you think's going to happen here?
How do you pronounce? Is it
Shinsuke.
Shinsuke? Since Shinsuke, I have not seen him. We know he's been playing house shows because I've seen photos of him at house shows. We don't know why he's been pulled he's been on the show for so long, but he did an awesome.
It's called the repackage.
Yeah, he did a great little video package. I think on was it Friday or Monday. The package was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
They're having a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
You know, so LA Knight, him running up against the guys he's been fighting has kind of lost its luster. I mean, Escobar and what's his name?
Andrade.
I'm like, all right, I'm over it. Let's
Especially as you can't figure out which one's which.
move on. No, not what's the other guy from
Santos Escobar.
Escobar?
Yes, and Andrade.
Yeah, they're kind of like the same. You're right.
It clears all the time. Like, who is he fighting now?
Yeah.
Is this the guy from Legados? Like, no, that's Andrade. Just because they're two Mexican guys.
I think LA Knight is going to.
But they look very similar.
They do. LA
And they wear the
Knight-
same outfits.
LA Knight's going to keep it, in my opinion. I feel
All
like
right.
this does get Shinsuke back into the fray and
Okay.
maybe a beef going here.
Okay.
But I think LA Knight is going to keep it.
So LA Knight's your answer.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Josh, what do you got? Finally, after Brian's long ass answer.
Oh my God! Stop! I'm trying to. I'm.
I think it's going to be LA Knight, but I don't think it's going to be like a straight up match. I have a feeling those other guys are going to get involved, and then it's just a disqualification.
Okay.
Just to set up more story, because I just don't think Shinsuke should get it now. But
it's too early.
something could happen where he wins, but it's the other guys get involved.
Okay. This could be the Dayquil talking, but I'm going to pick Shinsuke Nakamura, and I'll tell you why.
Please.
Shinsuke's been repackaged 3 times now. And the 2 previous times, he lost to Cody after rebuild, repackage, relaunch. Second time, he was the evil genius Nakamura character.
Mm-hmm.
Chased Seth Rollins around for multiple months.
Mm-hmm.
Lost to Seth. If they don't do anything with him now, he doesn't win now, then why is he here?
Yeah, but it also could build. It could give them to us.
I know, but LA Knight is also, to me, a better chaser than he is a champion. LA Knight's better at chasing the championship than he is at having the championship.
I agree, Mark.
Him having the championship is very bland and boring.
I agree, but I don't see them. They could give him the belt now.
I think it's a better story now for the Shinsuke to take it, and then LA Knight to fight back to win it.
LA have to fight back to it,
at either Saturday Night Main Event or
basically because he's been winning all these other matches.
He's just kind of like become a bland champion. It doesn't really do anything for me. It's like,
fair.
Here comes LA Knight, do another open challenge that no one cares about, and it's the same 3 guys every single time.
This is why I think this
it's
is
like you have
to
Shinsuke Nakamura to kind of like refresh the belt and kind of give it, like, open it up to new people and bring in newer people. Either send LA Knight up the card or bring him into the fold again and with this, and then he's back fighting for the belt again. Or something. They have to do something with him. It's LA Knight's character is kind of bland and stale at this point. It's like when
I agree.
It's when Cena won the U.S. Championship. After a while, it just kind of got like the same thing. It's just blah.
It does start to feel like we're getting into Cena U.S. title.
Yeah,
but that's why I'm almost wondering if he's setting up something else.
Well, that's the thing is I think that they've lost the thing of with the Intercontinental and the U.S. Championship. The point of those belts used to be you win those belts and then you're like the next guy in line to go after the champion.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they've lost that. And I feel like they need to, like they've been trying to figure out the way to get that back going again. And this might be the good place to do it. I could be completely wrong. We'll see what happens. But Shinsuke Nakamura.
All right.
All right, Brian. Next up is the Intercontinental Championship match. The champion Braun Breaker up against Sheamus, up against Ludwig Kaiserroll.
Now, for people to understand what's been going on here, Braun Breaker's had the belt for a while, and Sheamus...
Not that long. He just won it back from Jay.
But overall, he's had the belt for a long time.
Yeah, but a couple weeks ago he won it.
He won the belt originally at a PLE over the summer.
He did.
Sheamus has come out of nowhere. There's just been this beef going on.
He beat Sami Zayn at SummerSlam, I believe.
And then Ludwig Kaiser has given the okay from Gunther to be his own man.
Strike out on your own, my friend.
I kind of feel like I'm going to say that Braun Breaker keeps it, only because I feel like Sheamus and Kaiser are going to take each other out. I feel like there's more beef between them two. Braun Breaker, I feel like he's on a tear, and it would make it more interesting that more people are after the belt. But I'm going to say... I hate to say these 2 guys keep the belt, but I'm going to say Braun Breaker keeps it.
All right. Who you got, Josh?
Okay. After what, like, the separation, you go out on your own, I think this is setting up something, and I think Ludwig's going to win it. After the match the other night, and, I think they're setting up Ludwig to potentially go past Gunther and set up that little rivalry, maybe, because they've been sort of setting it up past few months where, Ludwig wants to go do his thing, but they need to separate Ludwig and Gunther, and I think this is the way to do it.
Okay, so you pick Ludwig.
Yeah.
So, this is the only belt Sheamus has never won. So that makes me want to pick Sheamus with my heart because I want him to have all the belts. But I also dislike Ludwig so much because he's just annoying.
He's Kaiser role.
And he's a Kaiser role. So I'm going to go with Braun.
I just have this gut feeling that Braun Breaker is going to keep it for a while. And this puts more of a target on his back. Because I don't see Sheamus beating him. And Kaiser sort of. But I feel like the next match could be Kaiser and Braun Breaker. And there could be a potential belt change then. But I feel like this three-way is just, it's going to build more rivalries for him.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So next up, we have the World Heavyweight Championship match.
Mm-hmm.
The champion, Gunther. I'm against the Street King, Damian Priest.
My man.
Who you got? Josh. We got a Josh first for this one.
Ooh.
See, this is now where we're setting up the rivalry between the faction. I think they might be breaking him up. And I also think it would be great if Damian had the belt if anything ever happened with Judgment Day again. So I think Damian gets his belt back.
Wow. All right. So, Brian, who you got?
For this one, I agree with Josh. This is something I've been keeping my eye on. I actually get to watch a lot of the clips from these two. I think Damian Priest gets the belt back. I think there's something going on with Gunther. He said no to Sami Zayn. He has been playing kind of, I'm going to say, underdog-like towards Damian Priest. This past Monday, I thought they did a good job of making it feel like you really don't know who, because Damian Priest took him out, then Gunther got him back.
Yeah.
And sometimes they play it 100% one way. They don't give you both ways. So I kind of feel
Look
like
into the void.
I was looking at Josh.
No, you weren't.
I was looking
You
there.
weren't.
Oh my God! Don't worry about what I'm looking. I feel like Damian Priest is going to win this because I think they're going to build something like Josh said, and I think Gunther, he seems scared about
Okay.
this match.
So you're picking Damian Priest.
Yeah.
Cool.
I like how you get mad, but you sat here for like 3 minutes and talked
Yeah, but you
about.
say it, and then you like go into a deep discussion about it. And it's like we get it.
Oh my Lord! That's what we all do.
Oh, my Lanta.
You're hearing my inner thoughts. That's
I'm going with Gunther, and the reason why is Finn Balor is going to come out and cost Damian the belt again because that's what he does. And Finn said he'll never win the championship as long as Finn's around. So if Finn doesn't come out and cost him the championship, then what's the point of that character?
wow.
So I'm going
when
with
did
Gunther.
Finn say this?
You said it multiple times. You said it last night. He said it.
I see. I didn't see that. So you think? Well, okay. Refresh my memory. Didn't Finn cost him the belt up against?
Drew.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one that cost him the belt. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Too late. You already put your
I
pick
already
in.
did. I'm sticking with my boy.
All right, you are. You have to. You wrote it down.
I did.
All right,
you
now I
make a
got
good
the
point.
2 War Games matches. First off, we'll do the women's War Game. Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Bayley, because it's listed on the sheet already. Naomi and Io Sky versus Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and for some reason, Candice LeRae.
She's the weakest link
She's weakly goodbye.
compared to all these other women. She's like a tiny little.
She's just there because they ran out of women.
Yeah,
basically.
pretty much.
We don't have enough evil women, so Candice, you go out there and you be one of them.
Now, can I ask you a quick question? I don't think I've ever seen War Games before. What's the stipulation? Is it a free for all? What is it?
It's each team is locked. Like 2 people start the match
It's a 2-on-2.
to start. Yes. Then every 2 minutes, a new member of the team with the advantage will go first. They'll send a person in.
Yeah, it's kind of like
And
a
they'll
Royal
have 2
Rumble
minutes. And then the next person, then they'll arrive, and the match won't officially start
until the last
until
person's
all 10 people are in the ring.
Dude, Brian, do you,
Oh.
And then
do you
whoever
remember the
gets-
Randy Orton came back for...
Last year,
The-
it was your first show.
Yeah, that was when
But-
Randy came back?
Yes.
Yeah. So Until all 10 people are in the ring, the match can't end.
Yeah.
Okay.
The match
So
ends.
They
once-
can't pin anybody until everybody's
no,
in.
so all 10
Right.
people are in the ring, and then whoever pins or submits or whatever,
Okay.
that's the winner.
Whoever wins
that
the
team
group
wins.
win. Yeah.
Is it?
It's like Survivor Series where, like, if you get pinned, you leave.
Here's my other question. It can be anywhere. It can be outside the ring, or
Well,
is
it's
it,
the 2 rings.
there's 2 rings.
Two rings with a cage around it.
Yes, I've been
Yes,
recording
that's,
those.
that's
Okay.
I'm trying to refresh your memory, Brian.
Yeah.
Because you definitely watched last year.
You watched last
That's
year,
when
so,
CM
yeah.
Punk came back as well
Yes.
after the match.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the whole thing with the one last year was Judgment Day versus Cody, Jay, Seth.
Versus non-Judgment Day, yeah. Versus
Wow,
anti-Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So you.
But like, remember the whole thing of it was the 5-on-4, and they said Randy was coming, but
Yeah.
he
they
was
didn't
late.
come, so they thought the match was not good.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Rhea came down with the suitcase to cash
Yeah.
in.
The cash in. Damien's cash in, and then.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know the rules. So there's 2 cages.
Yes.
Outside, so there's 2 rings.
2 rings
with a cage
big
around
cage
it.
around both of them.
Right,
Yes.
and then at the entrance ramp, there's 2 other
like,
little
shark
jail
cages.
cells. Yeah, because
Okay.
remember
Then
the whole
the
thing
team,
with
the non-members that are in the team, sit in the cages
Yeah.
until the timer goes off.
And then they can cut
Then
out.
they send a person in.
because the
Okay.
whole joke last year was what was it Dom didn't want to be put back in the cage again.
Yeah.
No,
because,
makes
you know,
sense.
he's
'cause-
a
gotcha.
prisoner, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So that's
a record.
yeah.
Was this the first time knowing them, going into this, knowing what's going
Yeah.
on, the rules? I don't want to go first on this. Mark, you want
Do
to
you,
go
do
first?
you want me
on
to go
this?
first?
All right, Josh, you go
You go
first.
I'll go first. I just think it's about time that the Nia Jax group loses. I want Judgment Day to lose again in some way. So I want it to be the Rhea, Bianca, Bailey, Naomi, Io. I want them to win. I don't care what else is going on. I'm at the point where I am sick and tired of the Judgment Day bullcrap. I want them to just lose. So
Okay. Brian, who you got?
God damn it. So with this one, as much as I agree with Josh in that one, my gut's telling me that Liv Morgan and company are gonna win it.
don't let your Tiffy time sway you, Brian.
Well, here's my thing. Tiffany Stratton still has that suitcase. She could cash it in on this. There's a good chance she could cash it in, maybe. I don't know. I doubt it. There's been no talks of it, but we don't know. It could happen. I know Rhea's back. She's not 100%. We got Bailey. I mean, they got a great team. Oh, my God. I know we're going towards Royal Rumble. We're the home stretch to the WrestleMania.
Yep.
There's no belt on the line.
There's not.
Because there's no belt on the line, I'm going to say Rhea and company win it. Because the other side's got Candice, and you know they can take her out pretty easily. But no, Rhea and company are going to go. I think they're going to win it.
Okay. I like all your guys' points. I do think the Tiffany Stratton thing is a interesting possibility.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it'll happen here because if I want my points, I want it to happen on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Team Rhea as well.
Is that a clean sweep?
It is a clean sweep.
You know, my thought process on this one, though, guys, is because we can have Liv Morgan lose this
Well, that's
because
yeah.
of one of these other people.
That's
Yes.
what I
And it
honestly
doesn't
think.
hurt anything.
I think Candice LeRae is your,
Weak link.
and I wouldn't be surprised if they find a way to have her be the one who gets pinned.
Right.
So then you have the Judgment Day group, you know, the Liv Morgan, Raquel, and the Nia Jax, Tiffany say, "Well, we didn't lose; it was all her fault."
Right,
And
right.
then you start, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, look, Rhea and company, that side is stacked.
But also that
They got the
group,
best of the best.
I think like that group seems to be a group that has fought and been cohesive before.
Yeah.
In multiple times. That's my only one worry is they're like, oh well, they're too good to lose. But that the Candice LeRae and the two faction team up just doesn't seem to fit into a narrative.
Also, the fact that Liv Morgan and Rodriguez work well together, but Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton, there's
that weird tension.
There's tension.
Yeah.
So they're not cohesive right now.
Right.
So I think that's also a factor in them losing.
Yeah.
What if Tiffany was just like, you know what, I'm cashing in, and
That gets laid out.
That could screw up the whole thing.
The other thing is like
Nia gets laid out. She cashes in the middle of it and then takes off.
And that was my other thought. I was going to say is, what if the match happens and somehow Nia gets knocked out? Does she try to cash in? Does she? Yeah. There's a weird factor going on there that it makes me think that group, bless you, can't win.
Right.
Or shouldn't win just for the fact that the other group seems more, even just adding Bailey, they seem more of a connection and a group.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Bailey's replacing Jade.
Yeah.
But
now,
I think that just makes
Jade?
more sense.
No one knows.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it just,
Yeah. All right. Let's
I was
move
also
on.
trying to
I think
stall for Mark.
this is a clean sweep for us.
Yes.
All right.
All right, moving on. The men's War Games match. It's the OG Bloodline, Roman Reigns, Usos, Sami Zayn, and the addition of CM Punk. Mm-hmm. Up against the new Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa.
All the Tungas.
All the Tongas.
All the Tungas.
And Bronson Reed. Start with you, Brian. Who you got first? Who you got?
This is yet again the fact that CM Punk and Paul
Heyman.
I was going to say his last name wrong. Paul
Heyman?
Heyman showed up. Someone pointed out online that Paul Heyman was wearing the jacket with the red
Same outfit as Solo.
that he was wearing last time. Someone said, well, maybe you just put a jacket on in the back and that was it, or it was a
Yes.
it means something.
Yes.
Now, I don't really think after what they did to Paul,
Yeah.
I could see him double crossing them, right? I
Mm.
mean, seems kind of silly.
Yeah.
They took him out completely.
Unless it was part of the plan.
The jacket.
Yeah.
Why was he wearing that jacket? Was it coincidence? Do you think was it an accident or a coincidence?
Nothing's ever an accident in wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean, not like that.
Did you notice that jacket?
I did.
And he's bringing CM Punk in.
He is.
CM Punk doesn't need to know anything.
Nope.
It feels like, oh, we're bringing in the big dogs, the big guns.
Yep.
But would Paul Heyman would he,
Turn on Roman.
yeah.
That's what you're picking as what we're finding out. What you think.
I say the Bloodline wins this.
The new one or the old one?
The new one.
Oh, wow.
Sikoa
Okay.
and Bronson Reed. Sikoa and all the Fatus and all the Tungas and Bronson Reed. I'm thinking because of this jacket that's been stuck in my head that something is going to happen and someone's going to turn on Roman Reigns. Now, we've really been concentrating on Roman Reigns building this team to go against the Bloodline, the new Bloodline. Oh my God. My stomach hurts over this one because I don't want the Bloodline to win. What War Games? You know what? I'm gonna go with my gut. My gut saying Roman Reigns and company wins because I feel like they got to take out the Bloodline eventually. But I feel like Paul Heyman's gonna mess it up somehow. If that jacket means anything. Roman Reigns and company The original.
Final answer?
Final answer is the OG Roman Reigns bloodline.
That's quite the adventure we all went on right there.
Shut up.
Started off with new bloodline, ended up with old
I
bloodline.
was just gonna say.
Dude,
Wow.
this is a tough one.
Wow.
My stomach is in knots thinking about this
I
one.
could tell you're a mess of wonders.
I just feel like that jacket means something.
Brian, I was going to ask you before this started, but I will ask you now.
Yeah.
Did you see the video that they showed of CM Punk's connections to everybody?
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Like he's teamed up with the Usos against the Shield. He was Jimmy and Jay's father Umaga's right
Yes.
last TV match.
Not father,
Not father, uncle.
uncle.
Yeah, he was their last. He was the last TV match.
Did you think that
There's so many connections to.
CM Punk and Paul Heyman both are like undercover and they take out
That's the question, Brian.
Roman Reigns and company?
Is this all a long con or is it not?
See, I don't want to get caught up in the conspiracy theories I read online. That's my problem.
Yeah.
All right. Josh, who you got?
Roman Reigns.
OG.
All right. Wow. Wow. All right. Well, new bloodline wins. Someone new is going to appear. That's going to take out everybody.
Another Fatu?
Another Tungan or
Fatu or Tungan?
yes, of some sort, and they're going to add to Solo's ranks.
You think? Oh,
There's just
because
gonna-
Bronson Reed is not really...
Not really a member of the team, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So that'll be their fifth guy. And then either that or somewhere along the line, CM Punk and Roman are going to get into a thing. And this will set up the next
Beef.
thing for Roman is he's going to go after CM Punk or CM Punk's go after him or whatever. So, yeah,
Yeah.
new bloodline.
New bloodline. Wow. See, I don't want to believe that CM Punk and Paul
And
Heyman
also
are in
because-
cahoots.
Not even that. Also because how War Games work usually, if one face team wins one War Games match, the heel team wins the other one. So I picked Rhea to win the women's one.
Mhm.
So in turn, I have to go heel for the men's one.
Is that usually?
That's usually how it works.
Has it ever happened where both heels or both faces have won?
Not that I remember, but I can't remember anything right now. My brain is full of Dayquil.
I mean, you retain all these weird factoids all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah, so
This is gonna be a lot of fun. All right.
Yeah.
So you got the two rings, big cage.
Yes.
They all come in. Nobody can get pinned until everybody's in these two.
correct. Then the bell rings officially to start War Games.
So they just wear each other out
Correct.
up until then, and then it's a first pin
Yep.
or submission.
Correct.
Oh my God! See, Bronson Reed, him as a wrestler has skyrocketed recently because of him taking out Seth.
Yes.
And then him taking out like everybody.
That's just a bigger team compared to the old bloodline guys. Like size wise.
Right.
There's more bulk on the new bloodline.
You're right.
A lot of meat on that side of the ring.
Like I said though, the last time we saw Roman Reigns do a tag team match with was it one of the Cody? I felt like Roman Reigns, they really held him back. Like I didn't feel like he wrestled enough.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like they got to let him off the leash this one.
Yeah. Well, you already made your picks. So
I know I did. You probably are right, but
we'll see.
now
The battles are tight at the top for the points.
we have
so.
2 points up here. Up top, we have two 2-pointers.
Yes.
Oh no,
Three
we have
2-pointers.
3 2-pointers.
And 2 1-pointers.
And just so you guys know, last War Games, both faces won.
Oh, there you go.
Whoa.
Because last War Games was the Cody, Seth, Jay, Sammy, Randy versus Judgment Day. And the faces won.
Yeah.
And it was Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Shotzi, Becky Lynch defeated Damage Control.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a photo.
So there's a possibility of 8 points up for grabs this weekend. So
Right. And if anything comes down the line on Friday, we'll
add anything else that
add
might
it.
come along, like a tag championship or something like that might pop up.
I kind of feel like this is a lot. This is the norm, 5.
Yeah.
I know they just added the Braun Breaker, Sheamus, and
Well, then the
Kaiser
War Game matches
on
will be longer too because of the amount of people and everything. So.
Right. This is Saturday night at 8 o'clock?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
East Coast time.
I'll be watching the Penguins, so I'll be watching this on Sunday, so nobody texts me anything.
I'll make sure to text you everything.
Oh, please don't. No spoilers. I will be watching this Sunday morning, first thing when I wake up at 5 a.m.
I'm just going to text your point total and let you figure it out.
No, don't do anything.
So
You
Brian,
got 3 points.
just so you know,
Where
last
are these
year
3 points from?
Yeah, last year was 5 matches, the 2 War Games, and then Rhea fought, Santos fought, and Gunther fought.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, PLEs have been 5. I think the last PLE from Jewel actually had like 6 or 7.
Well, especially when you have these big, like, multiple person matches. You need
It take a long time.
Yeah, and even the one before that was 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually
So-
they are 5. All right.
So we'll be back next week with that. Recap of that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be reviewing the Penguin. And then we got some stuff planned for the holidays coming up. We'll be talking to you about that next week, let you know what's going on there. And so much more. Stay tuned for all that next week. And as always, be safe, be well, and be kind.
And rewind. And happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Yes, happy Thanksgiving. Hope everyone has a great, happy Thanksgiving. Especially to Rocky, Bobby, and Howard, our 3 top fans. We used to have 4, but now we hired one of them to be our producer. So
Yeah, I know.
we're back down to 3 people.
Back to 3.
We're almost to 125 subscribers, by the way.
125 by before
The
2025.
drive for 125 is going on strong. Please like, subscribe to our YouTube and all other
Share
social
with your
stuff.
friends.
Share it around. Let's get people involved. Have some, if you want to join the Wrestling Challenge, please shoot us a message on Facebook, Instagram, anything like that.
Yeah.
And I'll be back next week.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.